Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Allison if you're new here, and welcome back for another nest with me. Baby girl is coming in hot as I'm recording this. I am 37 weeks and 3 days pregnant, I think. But in today's video, we are focusing back in our nursery, doing a lot more in here, and then also going around the house and doing things in a couple other places. I'll link my first nest with me here if you want to catch up on the organization progress. I love watching these videos so much, so catch up if you haven't already. In the first nest with me, I basically focused on her clothing and making sure this room was clear and empty. There was a lot of storage stuff in here that needed to find a new place, and now most of her clothing is folded, sorted, very neat, very adorable, and I am now focusing on the rest of the dresser in this video. The first thing I'm tackling today is this top drawer where I threw everything that came into any registry welcome boxes. Whenever you sign up for a baby registry, a lot of places will send you like tons and tons of samples, so sample pacifiers, bottles, laundry detergent, like you name it, they have it in these little sample boxes. So I definitely took advantage of that, and I'm taking all of the mini packs of wipes and definitely going to put them to good use. But going through this drawer and making categories was step one of this whole process. I pulled out a bunch of baskets and bins on top of the dresser, and I'm just grouping like things. So the big clear plastic bin is everything that needs to be sterilized, so any bottles or binkies or teethers. I'm also pulling together all of like her medical supplies, her thermometers, her nose sucker, all of those goodies. Things for postpartum care for me going in their own basket, and then also things for diaper changing stations. I also was pulling out things that would go in our diaper bag. Like I said, these little mini packs of wipes are going to be perfect for that. So I'm going to go through all of that, sort it, pull out of the packaging, and also kind of go through and get rid of the things that I know I'm not going to use. I've already stocked up a lot on free and clear detergent that has like no fragrance and all of that stuff. So I'm going to be passing along the Dreft packages, or the baby laundry detergent samples. We're not going to be needing those, so I'm going to make a small donation pile and have that started off. Now, I would love to get matching baskets to put on the top of her closet. You'll get a sneak peek in there later, but for now, I am so grateful that I had so many baskets gifted to us at our baby showers. So this white one and the gray one were both what some people brought their gifts packaged in, and these are gonna be so handy. I am so happy that I have these to organize all the stuff right now, but then also have like a diaper changing station that's easy to move from like our nightstand in our bedroom all the way downstairs or up to her nursery even. Here, I'm also just cleaning out the next top drawer. Lots of blankets and soft things in this one. If you look really closely, you might be able to catch a glimpse of her laundry basket. Basically, I'm throwing all of the soft things over there and then tossing all the packaging. One of the most helpful things that I've done during this entire process is always keeping a trash bag up in her room. I normally have it hanging over the handle to the door, like the door to get into the room. Here I had it by the dresser because it was closer, but always having a trash bag there has made it so easy to minimize the mess that I leave behind, because I am definitely popping in and out of her room morning and night doing little things here and there, and there's always little bits of trash to be thrown away. So it is so helpful to have like one spot permanently there, even if it is a little bit unsightly, like just a trash bag hanging on our door. But I do think it's making this room stay a lot more organized and neat while I'm starting to bring all of this stuff in and get settled in this space. We've finally made it to the last drawer of the dresser. I actually am so in love with this dresser from IKEA. I featured it in the nursery makeover video, and it has been so helpful to have these big, deep drawers that just hide all of the clutter, because that's all I've been doing so far. I haven't really organized it all in her room until these videos and Nest With Me started. I've just been putting everything in the drawers, and it still helps the room feel like it's pulled together before I was like fully ready to organize and tackle all of this stuff. So the dresser is empty except for the two middle drawers that have all of her clothes folded super neatly. And now we're just going to take all of the stuff from the bottom drawers that wasn't going to the washing machine and sort it into those piles I already established. So that clear bin that's for sanitizing everything, I also had a bottle cleaning brush set. So I'm going to throw that in there because we're going to take that to the kitchen later and actually boil and sanitize those items, and you get the picture. Just sorting and categorizing all of these items while I remove them all from the package. And guys, taking things out of the packaging is so time consuming. This took me so long, and I'm definitely speeding up these clips a lot faster than I normally do in my Clean With Me's, but it feels so good to have all of this accomplished and her room to feel one step closer to being complete and ready for her. Good morning, it is another day doing this nursery organization, and we are inching closer to having this space feel more complete, which is a very good thing because I am now 37 weeks in one day. I go back to the doctor at 38 weeks, so we'll see if any progress has happened or anything. I don't think anything has. I'm pretty sure she's going to take her time cooking in there. She's probably very comfy right now. But that's also a good thing because there is still so much left to do on my to-do list. Last night I made a list of all of the last minute baby things we have to get done. So like still her car seat needs to be installed. That's finally downstairs. So like it's one step closer to being in the car, but we still have to install it and figure all of that out. Up here in her room, she has a pile of laundry I need to go start. It's all of her bedding and towels and swaddles and blankets and accessories. Up here, I want to make some progress on the dresser. Most of this stuff should end up in these drawers. Right now, the only drawers that are full are these two that have her newborn clothes and then 0 to 3 month. And this dresser is big enough that I'm pretty sure I'll be able to squeeze her 6 month plus sizing into this bottom drawer. Right now, all of that is washed and just stacked up in her closet. So I think that can move to the dresser too. And for her other drawers, we're going to do toys in one. Obviously some diapers, wipes, we've got pacifiers. This whole clear bin needs to get sanitized. And then I sorted through all of her bows and hats and shoes and accessories. Those need to go. Still some trash sitting around. And behind the tripod, still a lot of work to get done in her closet. In my last video, I mentioned that I have a lot of Amazon packages coming, and one of them was this Mrs. Meyer's hand sanitizer sprays. I have 4 of them, so I'm going to put like one in her diaper bag, one by our nightstand, one downstairs for her changing station, and probably one just right here on her dresser. Also, things like Dermaplast can go in the postpartum bin. That looks super fun. So all of that's going to happen. I think I'm going to go start with doing some laundry, and I also might throw together the swing downstairs, or I might open it, see it's too many pieces, and ask Christian to do that for me. Now, I did just take her sheets off of her crib and her Snuggle Me and get that laundry basket out of her room, but real life, a real pregnant problem, I did not have the energy to go downstairs and then back upstairs, so I thought it was better to just work on this room a little bit longer. The pile of things on the floor are all of her toys, and I knew that I wanted to at least figure out what needs to be sanitized and whatnot. And her last little bit of toys is actually her Love Every box that's for newborns. I'm really excited about all of the information they give parents and all of the tools they give us to teach us how to play with babies best. So I'm really excited to do that, but there were a couple things in this box that I just had a feeling we weren't going to be using, so I'm pulling those aside, adding that to the donation pile that we have, but then also just sorting all of her toys out. Thankfully, she didn't have too many toys, so I don't have to worry about storing a bunch of them, especially since as a newborn, she's not going to be using very many of them. So I decided to make this clear plastic bin, her toy bin, and then put it up in her closet. That way it's easy to see into it and recognize it's a toy bin, but also keep it out of the way and a little bit less cluttered down here. Now I'm pulling all of her bath supplies together, and just a little heads up, there will be more Nest With Me's. I'm not doing absolutely everything in this video. I didn't want to overwhelm myself this day, so focusing on the nursery in this video. But my next Nest With Me, I'm going to be doing a lot of other spaces around the house. So I'm going to go and organize her bathroom. I'm also going to organize our postpartum baskets. I think I'm going to have enough supplies to make two, one for upstairs and one for downstairs. Same with little diaper changing stations and her bedside nursery. So make sure you guys are subscribed for more organizing and baby content, and also just getting onto the baby watch. I have a lot more coming. There's a lot more to organize in this space, and I'm still just so excited and so joyful about getting to do all of this work to be able to welcome baby girl into our home. So subscribe for that, like this video, all of those things help my channel so much. And if you really, really want to be in the know, head over and find my Instagram. That's probably where I'm going to announce when we're actually at the hospital, or when baby is coming, or when she's here. I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm gonna announce it, and I can't say that I'm going to announce it like the second it happens and the second she's born. I don't know if I'll feel protective or anything, but I'll probably be updating that more frequently than YouTube. I plan to still upload to YouTube in the meantime. I think I'm gonna cut back to one video a week once she's here, or right before she gets here, and they will be pre-filmed videos, so I'll probably still have a bump, or they'll be like Clean With Me marathons. I'll still have content coming out for you guys. It just won't be super up to date yet, but do not worry, I'm not ditching YouTube the second this baby's here. I have a plan in place, and fingers crossed it all works out. But moving on up now, I'm finally gonna be organizing some of these drawers. So the top drawer I decided would be for diapers and wipes, and then also some little diaper rash creams, and then the other drawer right next to it is gonna have her medicine, her pacifiers, binky clips, those little things. All of these organizers I already had on hand before, but I've actually already placed an Amazon order for a different kind of organizer. The dividers I used in the other drawers in this little dresser are too tall to fit up here, so I'll link down below with the ones that I got, and I'll be sure to share putting them into this dresser and organizing with them, but I think it'll make it a little bit easier. But still, shopping what I got around the house made it work for this video. Now the bottom left drawer, I'm gonna fold all of her 6-month plus clothing. This is definitely a lot less organized than I would like it to be, but it'll do for now. I don't have to worry about her fitting in this size for quite some time. This little box is the mount for her baby monitor, so I'm opening and setting that up on her crib. The baby monitor is here too, but I wasn't quite sure if I want to set it up in the nursery first, or if I want to have it set up by her bedside bassinet in our bedroom. So just to play it safe, I left it in the box, and I'm going to deal with that at another point in time. Also, this pile outside the door is a combination of donations, trash, and then all of the little things that are organized and need to go somewhere else. So the bath supplies I just threw in that bathroom, and then the things for her diaper bag, diaper changing stations, bedside nursery, all of that went into the storage closet, and I rested it inside of her bassinet in there. So like I said, next Nest With Me video is going to be going through and setting up all of those little stations for around the house. Moving back into her room though, we're going to go back to her closet and make this a little more organized, a little more functional, and just clear up some more floor space. It was kind of driving me a little bit crazy knowing that there was no floor space in here, even though there wasn't that much stuff left to organize. So I'm doing my best here to stack the diapers like Jenga blocks basically, and just try to get some of it off the floor. Moving on to sterilizing all of the first round of bottles and binkies we have. I actually feel a little bit like a genius for how I handled our bottles. I actually didn't buy any bottles, and all of the registries we signed up for, Amazon and Target, came with free little like welcome boxes, and in those welcome boxes were a bunch of different bottles. So these were all included for free and just sent to us to try out. And I guess it'll be pretty effective marketing if we end up sticking with either the Ma'am or the Dr. Brown bottles. But I figured since we already had these, it might be worth it to just try out the free ones. And if they work, great, we'll buy more of them. And then if they don't work, we'll try another brand. I've heard lots of good things about the Philips Avent brand, also the, what are they called? The Komotomos. So we have other options, but just wanted to share that little hack that we're sticking with, that we're not buying bottles to start with. And then also another big part of that is that bottles hopefully will not be a big part of our breastfeeding journey. So we'll see how that all works out. But we've got bottles, a like knockoff Haka thing, and then lots of little binkies. So I want to sterilize all of these before we put them back in the dresser. And I did get the Philips Avent microwave sterilizer, so I think you're able to just put all the bottles and little binkies and parts in here and microwave it for 2 minutes with some water at the bottom. But I think for today, I'm gonna go old school, old fashioned on this and just boil a pot of water and then let everything soak in the boiling water for 5 minutes, I think it's for. So I'm gonna get that going, let these air dry, and then get them back upstairs. While the water's boiling, I'm gonna do a little bit of a shuffle in our kitchen cabinets and make space so we have one shelf that we can keep all of the kitchen items. So I'm gonna be stashing the sterilizer, the bottles, and then also these breast milk bags up here. And I'm sure this collection is going to grow and require more than just a single shelf as time goes on. But for now, this is the perfect amount of space for what our needs are. I couldn't fit it all into one pot, so after 5 minutes of boiling the first round of items, I'm gonna pull them out with some tongs and set them aside to dry, and then throw all of the bottles back into the boiling water. Now I do have her pile of laundry at the base of our stairs, but I was feeling super tired, so I did not want to bother going all the way upstairs. Like I said, stairs sometimes can just be a killer for whatever reason. Like I need to sit down for a few minutes after I do them. So I decided to stay on the first floor and work on my next project for this day, which was starting to put together the baby swing. Now this took me quite some time, and I will say Christian definitely volunteered to do this, but I said that I wanted to be able to do it myself, to be able to film it and share it with all of you guys. So I did it to myself, and it also probably didn't help that I was on the phone with my mom for this whole thing, so we were chatting the whole time while I was trying to also read the directions and figure out why this baby swing has so many pieces. And also, this baby swing is absolutely massive. I knew it was big, but I don't think I truly understood just how big it was. So be forewarned, if you go with this swing, it is highly, highly recommended. Like the reason we got it was because everywhere online said that like, this is the swing your baby needs if they like swings. So we stuck with all of the recommendations, but like, dang, this is taking up a lot of floor space. So if you have a smaller space, you probably want to be finding a more compact option. My mom's phone call was so distracting, I totally forgot that the camera cuts off after 20 minutes of recording. So here's the final product. You just missed me basically putting the cover on it and then getting it set up. And then that's the last thing I did on day 2 of this project, I believe. I got a lot done on day 2 of this. And now moving on to day 3, the bottle parts and pacifiers have finally dried enough to move upstairs back to the nursery or into the cabinet. So I'm grabbing those, grabbing her laundry, and we're gonna finish this video doing some last second organizing up in her nursery. The main reason I ordered extra organizers for this dresser was because these drawers are just so big for what I have to organize in here. I'm sure I'm gonna find things to fill up this space over time, but for now, all of these tiny little organizers were just sliding around in here like crazy, so hopefully the new dividers will help this space fill out. But I also haven't filled it in with her burp cloths, in her bibs and her socks and those tiny little things, so that's also coming to fill in these drawers too. Another Amazon package had shown up this day though, and if you remember some of my other previous Clean With Me's, I had been really frustrated with all of the lighting in our house. It is so warm-toned and a pain in the booty for editing these YouTube videos, so slowly over time I've been replacing all the light bulbs with daylight bulbs. So here I finally got to her nursery, and the lighting in here is now a dream for me in filming and editing. But with that little chore done, another little thing off my to-do list, I'm moving over to her laundry, and thankfully all of this stuff was blankets and burp cloths and big items. There were some little baby socks in here, but it definitely was a lot faster to fold all of this compared to folding all of her clothing. Since I had kind of forgotten I had some more things to squeeze into this dresser, I had to rearrange some things and rework this space a little bit, and so I'm now putting all of her burp cloths up with her diapers and wipes. I'm not sure if they're going to stay here, and I know that I'm probably going to pull a lot of these burp cloths out to put in her diaper bag or to have in our bedside nursery or other places around the house, so I know it won't be this full, but we'll see how this space works out. I'm probably going to share lots of organizing updates with you guys and share lots of different organization ideas, because I'm sure that I'm going to be doing a lot of trial and error with organizing all of this itty bitty little baby stuff. Now I'm putting the cover back onto her Snuggle Me, and then also gonna wrestle with this crib mattress to put this sheet on the crib mattress. Now with everything organized and mostly cleared out of this space, I'm gonna do a little bit of actual cleaning in here. Her mirror had gotten a little bit dusty, and then also there were a ton of random scuff marks all over the top of the dresser. So I'm wiping this down, cleaning this up, just keeping it nice and clean and fresh for baby girl. And then I'm also keeping her Snuggle Me up here. We're gonna be using this downstairs mostly. That's probably where we're gonna spend a lot of our time, so it's a perfect spot for her to lounge in, but her changing pad is in the mail and coming, so don't worry if you're concerned about that. I doubt any of you are, but here's a look at some of the finished drawers in the dresser. I'm really happy with how all of this is coming together and getting organized, and I'm just getting more and more excited for baby girl. So if you are too, make sure to like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!